What's up, everybody? It's your boy Ballard here. Sorry to be a couple minutes late. Just kind of making sure this one's good. We're going to have a good time on here. Going to be looking at the Final Four. In the men's games, this will be where I officially look at these games, get the previews out. I'll clip them, get them in overnight because I know the games are tomorrow night. So be on the lookout if you get push notifications or whatever, or really just be on the lookout with the channel. If you do miss any of this, I will upload my predictions for you guys. What's up, Goose? Love it, buddy. Good to see you, bro. What's up, Georgia Bulldog Will? What's going on? I will get you guys on. I think I might drop the link, but I definitely want to look at both of these games. And I've been saying for a while, and you probably have heard me on who I think should or not should. It doesn't. I don't care really. It's not about who should win, but who I think would win most likely. So that being said, I want to pull this up here. We're going to talk all things with the Final Four. This is it because tonight, the women's tonight, Friday. There you go. So this is all about, I guess this is only men's. I'm not sure, but the Final Four schedule, bracket, March Madness, live stream games, blah, blah, blah. Final Four viewing info, right? How did these teams get here? Kansas, Villanova, that takes place tomorrow night at 6:09 Eastern. Of course. So the second Final Four game, 8:49 on TBS with Duke and North Carolina. A hell of an ACC rivalry. Two very great teams. So you have two seeds. You got a number 1 seed in Kansas, and you got an 8 seed in North Carolina. I want to hear from you guys in the comments, though. When we talk Cinderella, is North Carolina a Cinderella team in the Final Four? Because, I mean, UCLA last year, they weren't they? Crap, what were they? 11? Okay. At what point, is there a certain seeding or ranking when you're placed in the tournament, right? Because don't you have let's see, 64 divided 4 different regions. So what do you have? You have 16 teams in each region. So you have a 1 to 16 type of setup, right? Is the bottom half 8 through whatever? Is that your Cinderella team? Because I don't see how a 3 seed gets in the Final Four and you say, look at this Cinderella team. They're not a number 1 seed and yet they're in here. They're a 3 seed though, or a 4 seed or a 5 or whatever. At what seed or does ranking even matter? What determines a Cinderella team to make a run and have a Cinderella season? That's a big question that I've always had is how do you determine that? So I don't know, but y'all do me a favor, hit that thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and let's dive into some more of this here. I'm going to put this link here. This has all the information you need for CBS. Well, not for CBS. It's from CBS Sports, and I credit who put this out. Kyle Boone actually put this out recently, 37 minutes ago. So, of course, tomorrow, April 2nd, at 5:09 my time, 7:49 my time, but around 8:50 and then 6:10 Eastern time are when tip-offs will be for both of these games. Both going to be on TBS. So you don't even have to worry about missing the other game. You don't got to worry about changing your channel. It's all on CBS. Kansas and Villanova to determine the first spot on Monday night in the championship game. Then you got a 2 seed in Duke playing rival in-state team in 8 seed Hubert Davis in North Carolina. A lot of great players on that team, right? We know pretty much all about how these teams got here. But again, those are your matchups. Villanova beat teams like Delaware, Ohio State, Michigan, and then Houston in the Elite Eight. Kansas beat Texas Southern, Creighton, Providence, and a 10 seed in Miami, who was having a good Cinderella run there until they met up with Kansas, obviously, in the Elite Eight. St. Peter's was running the table. North Carolina said, we'll stop you right there. They beat them in the Elite Eight. They beat UCLA. They beat the defending champs in Baylor in overtime. They beat Marquette, I guess is how you say it. Duke beat Cal State, Fullerton, Michigan State, Texas Tech, and then Arkansas. So these teams have not only, they've earned their way here. And you notice that it seems like as the tournament's gone on, the better the teams, the better the challenge, all of that. And I'd even say for St. Peter's, I mean, for a 15 seed like that to make the run at the Elite Eight is incredible for them. So they've done a great job. You got to give them props for a fantastic season and everything like that. But obviously, North Carolina stopped them in their tracks there. Winning, they win by 20 points. I don't want to sit there and say St. Peter's finally faced a real team or anything. Sorry. But they faced a pretty darn good one. So that being said, and we can look at I got time to upload it overnight tonight, my official breakdowns, which I'll do that on here. I'll clip them. I'll get them up overnight, and maybe people can watch it then, before the games kick off tomorrow, or tip off, I should say. So, and I'll try to get you guys on a little bit. I would like to give my thoughts on Louisville, South Carolina tonight, which is in 1 hour, and UConn, Stanford. But that being said, which, by the way, UConn and Stanford at 8:30 tonight. I love Paige Beckers and UConn. I love what they're doing this year. I love the team that they got. Paige Beck, they talk about who's the guy they talk about in basketball. There's not really a go-to player this year. There's just been go-to teams. And obviously with the retirement of Krzyzewski, that's been a focus point for the men's. But if there's a standout player, like Paige Beckers in women's basketball is like Bryce Young of women's college basketball. Bryce Young was the guy to win the Heisman last year. She's like that dominant player. She was injured a little bit. She's been back. She's been great in this tournament. They played tonight. Both of these are actually at the same well, of course they are. It's the Final Four, but at the Target Center in Minneapolis, Minnesota. But Paige Beckers, I love watching her. She's only a sophomore. She had a hell of a freshman season last year. Almost took them to a national championship. She's been great. She's been amazing. I might have to write something on her because she's a great player. She can shoot the three well. She's a great point guard. Which, by the way, she grew up. I've heard a lot about her backstory, but I think they had something on ESPN for the Final Four last year, but they talked all about her and how she won medals as a kid, and she competed in basketball camps and stuff like that, whatever it was. And when she was in high school, she's a phenomenal athlete. But I mean, UConn is not it's not all about one player. It's always about a team in sports. There's no I in team. But she's got a good attitude. I mean, she's always giving her coaches and team, a lot of credit. But if there's anybody on that team to steal the spotlight, it's Paige Beckers. And that's why I love watching her play. She's a very talented athlete. And, I think she's probably one of the better players in college basketball, men's and women's, that we've seen in a long time. I don't think I've heard people talk about a player like her. Really, I mean, I know it hasn't been too long, but I think since Zion Williamson, because I know when he was at Duke a few years ago before he went to the Pelicans, they talked about him and he was a big deal. So, but yeah, I'm excited to watch these games tonight. That being said, folks, let's just get down to business and yeah, let's break down these Final Four games for sure. So, yeah, I'll drop the link, Will. I'll drop the link, but I want to get you guys on here to talk about these games. But of course, I'm going to go ahead and give my thoughts and predictions on them. So, but all right, let's get it going. Saturday night, the Final Four, we start with Duke and North Carolina. We actually start with Kansas and Villanova, but I'm going to go ahead and do this one for you real quick because I'm so excited for this. I already have score predictions. I do think these will be close games. What I love buzzer beaters. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and say that I don't have, based on scores, it's not a buzzer beater. It's also, though, it's no more than 2 possessions. But overall, let's take a look at this rivalry, by the way. 2 ACC teams in the Final Four, Duke and North Carolina. You got Coach K in his final year. He announced his retirement in the offseason, coming into the season. Now he's here. He wins this game. He goes to play on Monday night, either Villanova or Kansas, and we'll get to that in a second. Overall, what I think about this game, it's a big-time rivalry. You got a first-year head coach in Hubert Davis. Overall, I'd say that it's Duke outright, but North Carolina, and like I was just talking about too, like let me know in the comments, like what seed in the tournament, because we got like 10 seeds, 11 seeds and all that. What seeding is too low of a seeding? And you get what I'm saying. Like no one's going to pick like a 11 seed like UCLA last year. No one would have picked that for a Final Four. But is an 8 seed in North Carolina like Cinderella type of like, are they supposed to be in this picture right now? Could anyone have predicted that Hubert Davis do this and take this team that far? I don't know. But getting back to the game itself for a second, right? You got a first-year head coach in Hubert Davis. You got Coach K that's been there 40-plus years or whatever it is. It's been a long time coming. This is it. Overall, Duke is favored, and rightfully so. They come in 32-6 against a 28-9 North Carolina team. Both teams seem pretty healthy too. 68.4, you can round that down. Basically give Duke a 68% chance to win. Leave North Carolina only a 32 as they're at 31.6% chance to win this game. I think this is probably going to be the better of the 2 matchups, and we'll get to Kansas Villanova in a second. But man, North Carolina wins this game tomorrow night. As I'm, talking about this on a Friday with you guys, if North Carolina wins this, wow, I'm gonna cry. I want Coach K, even though he doesn't need it. I think it's fair to say that I've said this before. Coach K doesn't have to prove anything. We know how good Mike Krzyzewski is. We know all about that. We're looking at this game, right? And you're looking at Hubert Davis to pull off something big here. And in Coach K's final year, beat him, beat a rival, right? Coach K doesn't have to prove anything. Oh, well, he should prove that this is, he's really the most legendary basketball coach. If he just wins the title in his last year, that'll prove something. Now, he's already proved enough. I want him to win this game. It's not that I want North Carolina to lose, but I want Duke to win, right? And I'm sure there's a lot of people out there. I've never really heard anybody that actually hates Duke basketball. Duke comes in 68.4% chance to win the game, 31.6 for North Carolina. It's a 4-point spread. You got Armando Bacot. Caleb Love is a great duo for North Carolina, who, by the way, has just barely under what Duke is scoring, who's scoring 80 points a game. North Carolina's at 78. They're giving up only 66 points per game even, by the way. Their field goal percentage is barely lower than Duke. Both of these teams do struggle a little bit hitting the three, but they're still pretty good. They're really good defensively. They can steal, they can block, they got good rebounds, especially North Carolina. I might give them the edge there to just pay attention, look at the basket, right, and get the rebounds. Overall, I'll say this. I like both of these teams. It'd be cool, like I said, it'd be cool to see North Carolina in the title game, right, with a first-year head coach. But it's like I don't want to see Coach Krzyzewski, and I see you in here, Will. He says he's already proved that he's the best college of course. He is Nick Saban of college basketball. You know, he's the guy. He's the GOAT. He doesn't have to prove himself to anybody. We're not asking him to show us that you're truly the GOAT. We're not asking him to do any of that. But if you want my honest opinion, I'm saying, man, just give us one more smile. Give us one more game. Let's see a big smile on his face on Monday night, by the way. This is the first game here, or it's the later game, but I'm looking at it. This is the championship's on the line. You got to know that. Why would you pick? And it's not, here's the thing. It's not that I look at North Carolina and say they can't beat Duke. They can't make a championship. They can't do this. They can't do that. It's not that. It's not a why would you pick North Carolina? Why would you pick against Duke? And it's not even just Krzyzewski. They've got the players. They've got those players. Paulo Banchero can hit the three. They play good all the way around on defense. They play really good inside. I think that's going to be a key factor. Overall, I just think Duke, and it's not always about talent. I don't know who has the better talent. I mean, maybe Duke does, obviously, but I don't want to sit there and say it's not close because North Carolina's got some guys. They really do. Duke's got some guys too. But it's about leadership. Now, they got Mark Williams who can block. Wendell Moore plays really good defensively. Paulo Banchero is the go-to guy, scoring 17.1 points per game. You know, Mark Williams, A.J. Griffin, Joey Baker, they got some great guys on the floor that they can use, and they recruit so well, and they got a lot of great talent. They could rotate some guys. They could switch it up on you. Duke's got the talent, but so does North Carolina. I don't want to say it's an easy pick. I don't want to say that it's not. I mean, I'm taking Duke to win this game. Question is, are they going to cover 4 points? And honestly, if you ask me, I think right on the money. I'm just going to go ahead and say that I think they win this 78-74. And I think what it comes down to is I think North Carolina is a better defensive team. But look, Coach K knows he's in the Final Four. He knows a trip to the national title on Monday night's on the line. I don't care who he's playing. If he's in the Final Four, you better know he's not letting it get to him. He's not going to let his guys fall. He's not going to fall down himself. He's going to win the game. 78-74, Tar Heels go down against their rival in Duke Blue Devils, and they get a spot to play either Kansas or Villanova in the championship on Monday night. And we'll get to Kansas and Villanova here in a minute, but I do want to hear you guys in the comments. Do you agree with me? What's your score predictions on that, on this game here? And overall, sorry, UNC, you're having a great run as an 8 seed, and you're a great team. Hubert Davis in his first year, he's got a bright future, could be doing some great things in North Carolina, in Chapel Hill. But one of those things is not beating Duke in the Final Four in your first year. I'm sorry. Give me the Blue Devils 78-74, and give me Coach K to be one step closer to cutting down the nets on Monday night in New Orleans. All right. Give me you 1 second before we get to this next game. I do need to get my charger. So. Oh, Lord. I heard. Got it. All right. What's up, Keith? How you doing, bro? Love you, buddy. I'll see you at church on Sunday. Hope you're doing good. See UNC taking down Duke and beating Nova in the championship. That's a bold claim, brother. That's very possible. March Madness. This is where Cinderella teams, they do what they can. That's a good possibility. I'm not ruling that out. I'm confident in Coach K, though. I'd like a team like North Carolina to win it. I would. I don't care. If I do have a preference, I like Krzyzewski. There's nothing about him I hate. I love him to death. He's a legendary coach, and I'd like to see him go out on top. What's up, Nate? I'll drop the link here in a second. Oh, hold on. Let's see. UNC 74-73. There you go. Yeah, I got Duke pulling away a little bit, 78-74. All right, let's. I'm going to preview Kansas Villanova and give my prediction on that, and then I'll drop the link and we'll get you on. So, in 1 second. The second game, even though it's earlier, technically the first game of the Final Four, I guess, on a Saturday night. Looking at Kansas and Villanova. I already picked Duke. I went ahead and did the Duke game. Let's go back real quick. Go back to 1990, I think 91, 92 season when Coach K won his first title. It was against Kansas. Can he do the same thing here? Can he finish the way he started at Duke and beat Kansas in a championship? Overall, you look at this game, 50.8% chance that Villanova wins this, a 49.2% chance that Kansas wins it. I'm actually a bit surprised there. The spread, though, is a 4-point spread. And Bill Self is an amazing coach. He has done so much, for Kansas since he got the job back in 02, 03, whatever. And Kansas is historically good. Even outside of Bill Self, he has a 81 win percentage, right? His record is 554-124. It's a heck of a record right there, actually. It really is. Can he make it to the national title game this Monday night, though? Can they get past Villanova? Overall, yeah, absolutely. I say this. This is going to be a really good game, a really close game. The Kansas Jayhawks come in 32-6. Villanova comes in 30-7, right? And, it's a 4-point spread. Kansas has, according to the BPI, I'm so used to FPI in football, but Kansas has a 49.2, count it, 49% chance to win the game tomorrow night. Is that fair? The fact that it's 50-50, I could roll with that, actually. I would agree. Because I think Villanova, who, even though they're a two seeds do a lot, man. They're a great team. They have beaten some great teams. They beat in the postseason. They beat 15 Delaware by 20 points. They beat Ohio State by 20 points, or 10 points, I should say. They won by 8 against Michigan, who was an 11 seed. They beat Houston 50-44 in the Elite Eight, and now they got to face the number 1 seed in Kansas. Here's the thing: I don't think that I don't. They face some good teams. Kansas, though, when you're talking about Kansas, Duke, and even Villanova, those are the teams you face that are on a whole nother level, right? I like Villanova, though. I'm not saying that's who I'm picking to win. Give me a second and I'll break this down. I think this is going to be a really good and close game. But Colin Gillespie, Jermaine Samuels, Brandon Slater on defense is incredible. He can get the ball. He can steal from you. Colin Gillespie leads the team in scoring. They got Jermaine Samuels. They got Caleb Daniels, Justin Moore, a few key guys. And Kansas is going to have to step up their defense because Villanova can score very well. They have great offense. They can attack the perimeter. They can attack you inside. So Dejuan Harris, who leads in assists and also steals for Kansas, I think that's going to be a key guy to watch. I'd watch Remy Martin, Mitch Lightfoot, watch a guy get rebounds and help the team get the ball back, and Jalen Wilson. Ochai, how do you say his name? Someone help me out. I'll drop the link in a second and someone can come on and tell me. Ochai Agbaji, is that how you say it? He leads the team in points, 18.9 points on average per game. Ochai Agbaji, I think is how you say it. Overall, this is going to be amazing. This is going to be a great game. I already picked Duke to make it to the national title. Again, I picked them 78-74. I see better defense in this game. I see great defense all the way around in this Final Four. This one's going to be on the better defensive side, though. You're going to see some points. And I think that the Final Four is definitely probably going to be one of the best Final Fours we've had in a while. I'm actually going to say I don't know if I want to say buzzer beater or late stop. I could see. I hope it's a buzzer beater. Please give us a buzzer beater in this Final Four in one of these games. I promise I'll be good. I won't ask for anything for Christmas. Give us a buzzer beater. Buzzer beater or not, this is going to be a very close game. It will be one possession. It will come down to the wire. Overall, do I like Villanova? Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Again, you look at this. Both these teams on a 9-game win streak. Of course, they're counting the tournament games. Better blocking. Kansas, better in steals, barely. Assist, they're better. Rebounds, they're better. They are better in everything other than points given up, and Villanova's leading that. They're lower by 4, right? They're giving up only 55 a game on an average. Kansas is giving up 59, right? You got guys like Jalen Wilson. You got Dejuan Harris, Mitch Lightfoot, KJ Adams. You got some great players for Kansas that I think could come together at the right moment and at the right time, and they could put together a championship-winning team. That being said, overall, I picked Duke in the last one, 78-74 over UNC. And by the way, I don't call it an upset in the Final Four. I don't care if you're a 12 seed, an 8 seed, a 5 seed. I don't care who you are. It's no upset. It's just this team wins. Anything happens in the Final Four. I almost want to say upsets can happen, but I'm not going to call it an upset. The lower seeds winning, that can happen. The underdogs can win. That can happen. This is going to be fun. I see a lot of defense in this Final Four this weekend. Just go ahead and call it what it is, folks. I went ahead and in the later game, I picked Duke to beat UNC. But the first team moving on to the national title game on Monday night, and Duke will be playing there. The team moving on, Kansas, 61-60. Give me a buzzer beater or a late stop, one of those two, but this will be down to the wire. There might be some controversy. I don't know. I don't know what to call. I don't know what to expect. This is almost a coin flip for me because I think Villanova's been so good this postseason. Their defense is incredible. Can I really pick against Bill Self in Kansas? I mean, how are you? Number one, why would you pick against Coach K in the Final Four? And you better have a lot of money to pay off that bet. Number two, why would you bet against Kansas and the Jayhawks and Bill Self? Why? You literally have the two smartest and most amazing coaches in basketball right now, in the Final Four. Bill Self has a 554 and 124 record, 81 win percentage. And then Coach K is Coach K. They've been there, done that. They know what's up. They know what to do. Give me Kansas to face Duke on Monday night in the national championship, which, by the way, would be a rematch in some sort of way of the 1991 national championship, which, by the way, was Coach K's first. How about if he wins against Kansas on Monday night? He goes out the same way he went in. Wouldn't that be something? I think it would. But I'll drop the link. I'll get you guys on. I want to hear from you guys. But give me Duke and Kansas in the championship for men's basketball on Monday night. All right. Let's see. Catch up with you guys. Keith, what's up, bro? Love you, man. Georgia Bulldog Will. Goose. Jacob. Yeah. I'll drop the link here. Get you guys on. Let me double check, too. I'm not missing the women's games, am I? It's too late to try to preview those and get them out. But again, like I said, I'll get me talking about the men's Final Four, which is tomorrow. I can upload that tonight or get it early on tomorrow. Just keep an eye out if you want to go back and hear what I said. Also helps with views. 6 Central is the first one, Louisville, South Carolina. Will, what's up, bro? What'd you think of my Final Four picks? Are you on board?
I would have to agree with you on Duke and Kansas. Yeah, that is
Now, what do you think of the scores though? Because I see some pretty good defenses, especially Kansas Villanova.
I actually would agree with you. Yeah, I don't think Duke's blowing out Carolina, and I think Villanova Kansas is going to be close too.
61-60 is what I got for that. But it's not that they can't score, but the defenses can't stop.
Yeah.
This really good. Hey, what do you think of do you have thoughts on the Louisville, South Carolina, then UConn, Stanford tonight? Do you have thoughts on that for women's?
I mean, UConn, South Carolina would be a crazy national championship to me.
Dawn Staley's amazing, and like I mentioned, I do like Paige Beckers. She was a freshman last year, and I can't remember the Final Four team that they played, but I think they lost in the Final Four. But she still, I mean, first off, it wasn't because of her. She lit it up, man. She can shoot.
Mm-hmm.
Have you watched her?
Not really. I haven't really paid attention to women's basketball, but I bet she's really good.
She's really good. Nope, they won't shut up about her. First off, I mean that's just.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, it is.
Thing is, I'll be away tomorrow, so I don't know. I'm gonna try and see if I can watch the games.
Yeah. I'm excited, man. I don't know. I would hope to go live. That's my plan. I know for a fact, though, my grandmother and I have been watching all of the tournament this year, and you better know damn well we're going to watch it tomorrow night. We'll watch it. I don't know if I'll go live. My grandfather's coming up tonight. Maybe we'll just hang out. So, but I think I definitely want to. You know,
Yeah,
tonight I just want to relax, so I'm not going to go live for the women's.
yeah,
Although maybe I think they play their championship Sunday night, so maybe that's something I could try to do for you guys.
yeah.
But we'll play it by ear with what games I'm going to stream or whatever. But yeah, I'm
We'll see.
excited, man.
I'm excited, man. I'm a Duke fan, by the way, when it comes to college basketball. I
Yeah.
like Georgia too, but Duke, I grew up watching them, and it's amazing to see them make it this far again.
Oh yeah.
2 championships in my life, actually. 2010,
For Duke.
2015. Yeah, in my life, I've seen them win it in 10 and 15.
I mean, they've won championships in my lifetime, but I've really only been trying to get into college basketball for a few years, like actually trying to get into it. So, like, I haven't personally seen it happen. So, if I see Duke win on Monday, it'll be the first. Like, I've gone back and I've watched highlights, or I might have heard about it, but like, I didn't. I mean, I was all college football for a long, long time until I finally just gave into some basketball a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
That's kind of like me, except
Yeah.
it's flip-flopped. I was big into college basketball, and then I started getting into college football.
See, now you got to get into college football first. Otherwise, we're kicking you out of this community. So, since you, no, I'm just kidding. College football for life, though, man.
Yes, sir.
Basketball, too, or basketball.
Basketball. There you go.
Did you hear that from basketball skew?
Who said that?
Uncle Lou.
Oh, really?
Oh, I'm going to show this. This is too good. I'm trying. Oh, was it Tennessee that just lost in like the Elite Eight?
I'm gonna say
Oh,
it
I got to
probably.
catch up on his college football previews. Hold on.
Oh yeah, I'm behind.
Yeah, Tennessee lost to Michigan, and he went on a little, not a rant, but he was, yeah, he was laughing at it. This is funny.
Monetization.
Basketball skew. He just says like the stupidest stuff.
Here we go.
Yeah. Subscribe to Lou.
I have a question. Actually, I just have 4 words. 4 words. Is it? Well, first of all, he's crying. He's crying. Look. Oh, well, I don't like to see the players cry. That is sad. But I have a question. It's 4 words. Is Tennessee still a basketball skew?
That was it. I wanted you to hear that. Basketball skew.
Basketball skew.
Dude, that's why have I not made the stinger that yet? I gotta go do that. And he can kill me and sue me later. I don't care, but
Well, I like the. I'm not gonna explain it. I'm not gonna explain it to you until you. I forgot what he said.
hold on, I got it. Hold on. You talking about Jeff?
I can't
Yeah.
explain it to you if you're not going to let me explain it to you.
I can't explain it to you if you're not gonna let me explain it to you.
That's blasphemy!
I heard someone say the other day, Coach K doesn't deserve the Final Four. I said,
That's blasphemy!
that's
Ah.
blasphemy.
That blasphemy.
I love Stephen A. too.
Oh, he's great.
And I saw people in the store the other day. They saw a candy bar. You know what they did?
What?
They bought it.
That's an '80s movie right there. Even before I was born. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is pretty funny if you haven't seen it.
Day off, huh? Yeah, I've watched. I've watched.
He
some movies
literally
from him.
fakes a sickness to ditch school to go to New York with his friends for a day, and his parents never find out about it, and it's hilarious.
I love watching comedy sport movies. Those are hilarious.
Oh yeah, I like Adam Sandler's got a couple.
Happy Gilmore, yeah.
Happy Gilmore, Waterboy. Oh crap! What did I just see? There's a new one. Do you have Netflix?
I mean, yeah, I'd never use Netflix though.
There's one though I would recommend. It's called Home Team, and it has Kevin James in it, and it's basically based on Sean Payton of the Saints. It says
Oh,
it's based on a true story, but he basically goes and takes over and recruits a bunch of youth, like a youth football team. It's funny, but it's a pretty good movie, and he puts together like this football team, and they go and try to win a state championship.
my dad told me about this coach that coached at Ole Miss who was in a movie, Coach Nutt. You ever heard
Coach
of him?
Nut.
Houston Nutt or Houston Nutt, whatever it's called. That's his name, Coach Nutt.
Hold on. I've never heard of him.
He coached
64 years. He's still alive.
coached Ole Miss.
Oh, is that who? See, I mean, I paid attention in 2008, but I didn't pay attention to Ole Miss. I was a kid in 2008. He was the head coach from 08 to 11. But you got to understand, I was still in my if it's not Bama, I don't want it stage. So I didn't pay attention. But yeah, he coached Ole Miss. He 135 and 96 record as a head coach there. Boise State for one season, in Arkansas from 98 to 2007 before Ole Miss. He was 4-5 in bowl games. 135-96 was his overall record. He won the West 3 times in the SEC. He was coach of the year 3 times. He seems like he was a pretty good coach. I don't know why I haven't heard of him.
Yeah, my dad told me about him. He was in the movie called The Blind Side back in 2009.
I love The Blind Side. Nick Saban was in that one. He actually does look familiar. I think I remember seeing him in that movie. I just didn't know who it was. But yeah, Michael Orr, that movie it's based off of.
Yeah, Coach Nutt was in that movie.
Yeah. I'm trying to hear Coach Nutt without like laughing or whatever. I'm trying very hard, but I'm sorry.
He's funny, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think he played any basketball?
I don't know, but I did play. I played a little basketball.
I played some basketball.
I played at my church.
Wallace State is a basketball school.
Georgia is not a basketball school.
Basketball school. Who'd you guys get for the new coach?
Mike White from Florida.
That's right. Are you excited for that, you think? Or
I am actually. I think he's a good replacement for Tom Green.
I feel bad. Well, I never feel bad for Florida, but if you're a Florida fan and you're upset about him leaving you for Georgia, I don't blame you. Wait, hold on. No, that's not Georgia men's basketball. Tubby Smith in his second season. What? Hold on. Was he hired for the women's?
What?
Are you sure?
No.
Hold on.
No, Mike White men.
That's not. I thought it was the men's team.
Georgia women's Basketball coach. Basketball coach.
Let me see this. I thought Tom Crean was your men's coach.
He was. Yeah, he was.
So why does the Wikipedia page, see, this is why you can't trust stuff. It says their head coach is someone named Tubby Smith.
Tubby Smith. Never heard of him.
Yeah, look at this. Hold on.
Tubby Smith.
Look at this. Georgia Bulldogs men's basketball. That's you, right?
Yeah, that's us.
Look at this. Georgia Bulldogs basketball program is the men's college basketball team representing the University of Georgia. And by the way, it's in Athens. That makes plenty of sense to me.
Yeah.
1891, blah, blah, blah. Tubby Smith in his second season.
Okay.
What? 70 years old?
Yeah, that's not right.
He might have been a former coach, but they haven't updated your Wikipedia page.
Yeah, what the hell's wrong with you guys? Tubby Smith. I mean, we literally hired Mike White after he was after Tom Crean was fired.
Hey, what's your thoughts on Todd Bowles being the new Bucks coach?
Hey, I just got to say something. He's a former head coach of my favorite team. I remember
Yeah.
him. Yeah, I think he's gonna do great for you guys. I mentioned him in my video today. I talked about it, and I said I think he's gonna do great. Bruce Arians trusts him. I think he'll do great.
The only thing that gets me, though, you got a season upcoming with Tom Brady. You want him to win a Super Bowl. You don't know if this is his last one or even if he's going to be basically, there will be a time where Tom Brady does retire and it falls off and you're not getting him back, right?
Yeah.
There will be that day. We can joke all we want to, but on a serious note, nothing lasts forever, right?
Yeah.
They ain't seen it. Not everything lasts forever.
Yeah.
He's going to have to get a quarterback and get it together with not Tom Brady. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's really where he's going to be put to the test. He'll do fine this year with Tom Brady leading the way, and he's a defensive coach. I trust him on the defensive side. But put him in charge of Kyle Trask and what he does there, or Ryan Griffin, or whoever on the depth chart, or if you go pick somebody up in free agency after Tom Brady officially is done in Tampa, then we can determine him. That's fair to say.
Brady might play till he's like 60.
Jeez, 15 more years of this?
I don't know. I don't know. He's gonna trick us every time. He's gonna fool us.
Yeah, it's coming to an end.
It will. It will.
He said that in the offseason last year, and it took him a month after the Bucs season ended, and then he said, "Yeah, you know what? My wife needs me."
I think he got bored of just sitting around and not really doing it.
His wife got bored of him just sitting around, and then she kicked him out and said, "That's it. You're going back to Tampa." Giselle said, "Sorry."
Yeah, either Blaine Gabbert, Ryan Griffin, or Kyle Trask to take over as quarterback.
I think that Gabbert has been around for a while. He would know the system. Ryan Griffin is good, but I don't think he's starter worthy. Trask is that guy. Trask is the guy you want to develop.
He's young.
Who?
Trask.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we just drafted him almost a year ago.
Yeah.
So.
But Blaine Gabbert, I remember him as a 49er. He wasn't too bad there.
No. I mean, he's not bad. I'm not saying these guys are bad. I'm just saying I don't think that they're like, you can put them on the practice squad or you can have them start some preseason games. But are they like franchise quarterback? That's a title you have to earn. And I just don't think guys like Ryan Griffin or Blaine Gabbert have earned that title.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you again. So did I ask you what your picks were for the women's games tonight? Do you know?
Oh, no, you didn't. You didn't.
So what do you think of Louisville, South Carolina? That's at 7. And then I got you with UConn and Stanford.
Yeah, well, UConn. I've seen them fall short of like the national championship a few times.
Well, they did
Um,
last year too, so yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I hate to put doubters on them, but I think it might happen again. Not because of their ranking, I just think because of the past history. You know what I'm saying?
Well, also, I mean, yeah, ranking has nothing to do with it. But look, they're playing Stanford. Got them last year. This is a rematch,
Yeah.
so they got to get past Stanford and what Stanford has done. The line, it at least has it down here, is 1.5 in favor of the Cardinal. So, um, yeah, I'll hope it. I like Paige Beckers. I was talking about her earlier. She's a great athlete. UConn's come a long way. Very historic program. I want UConn to win all of this. I hope they do win. If Stanford wins, then it is what it is. But Stanford and Coach Van Derver or Veer, how do you say it? They've done very well. They won the championship last year. It's hard to look. It's hard to repeat. It is very hard to repeat. If they don't lose here, Stanford might lose to either Louisville or South Carolina on Sunday.
Can I be honest with you? South Carolina beat a very underrated team to get to the Final Four. Creighton.
I'm sorry.
They beat Creighton. They beat 10-seeded Creighton, who wasn't expected to go very far.
Oh yeah,
So, I mean, the better win going into the South Carolina game was definitely Louisville to me.
yeah.
Yeah. But we'll see. Maybe in the upcoming years, maybe Duke's women's basketball team can improve. I don't know.
Yeah, and history has shown, by the way, Stanford women's has been in the so they have made the Final Four 15 times in history. That's pretty good.
That's good.
But they only have 3 national championships.
Yeah.
So historically, like they've been known to make it there and then not go anywhere. Now that doesn't mean anything. That doesn't mean that they can't, or that they won't. But I mean, you've now how many of those times have they made the title game? Either way, it hasn't been in their favor being in the Final Four when it gets here that they're going to win the title.
Stanford made it 5 times to the national championship. 90, 92,
So
08.
they're 3-2 then. So they're 3-2. So they've won more than they have lost. But like I said, they've still if they made it 5 times, that means there's been 10 times in the Final Four that they have lost, which means
Yeah.
they missed out on maybe 10 other appearances in a title. But again, I'm not here to rip on the women's team. They're an amazing team. I was just pointing out some stuff that I'm reading off their Twitter. And I was just doing that math in my head a little bit. Would that mean like history has shown that it hasn't been in their favor to make it or let alone, I guess, win the title? But I don't know, man. I mean, they might get it tonight, obviously. Their defense is incredible. But at the same time, man, the other day in the Elite Eight, beating NC State like UConn did in overtime, double overtime, that is, scoring 91 points. They got the scores. They have the players. They have the team and the coaching. They can get it done.
Yeah.
And the spread, again, it favors Stanford, but, only by 1.5. So, I mean, it's not like they're a big favorite.
They made it to the Final Four 5 straight times.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Yeah. They're like the Gonzaga or a Duke in women's, like they're just always right there.
More like Gonzaga, because Gonzaga's made it more than Duke has in like the last 10 years.
Well, recency, yeah.
Yeah, like, I mean, Duke made it in 10, obviously. They won it.
Gonzaga still has never won a title, though, right?
No, 0-2
Oh
in the
my
Natty.
gosh.
0-2 in
What
the Natty.
hell?
Yeah. And the best my team has done is make it to the Elite Eight, which was back in like the 80s.
Yeah, that's the best Alabama's done in men's is the Elite Eight. I think they made an appearance in like 04 or 05, and then that's it. But they've never made a Final Four. They've never made a title.
That's right.
Women's, I'm
2004.
not sure.
Georgia women's is actually pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
We lost to, I think we lost to like Dayton in the freaking tournament or something like that.
Yeah. I want to know the farthest they've ever made it in women's, though.
In women's basketball, you guys were in the NIT tournament.
Well, this year.
Yeah.
It looks like they made the Sweet Six or the Final Four
Once.
in 1993 with Coach Rick Moody, the women's team.
94, actually.
I'm sorry?
They made it to the Final Four in 94, the Alabama women's.
Yeah, the 93-94 season, but yeah, it was the 94 year.
Yeah. Oh, Islanders Rangers.
And they were a 4 seed. Or notice their standing. They had a 26-7 record. That's pretty good.
That ain't bad.
So yeah, the women's team has obviously been there, done that. I want to know, they lost to La Tech 69-66, but they beat teams that year. Oregon State, 11 seed by 10. They won by 6 over number 3 Iowa. By the way, I remind you, they were a 6 seed. They beat number 2 Texas Tech in the Sweet 16. They beat Penn State, number 1 in the Elite Eight. I should go back and do some history on that season because that sounds like a really good season. Someone write that. 1994 Alabama women's basketball. I should look into that.
Yeah. Georgia women's basketball, we've made it to the Final Four 5 times.
Yeah, I gotcha.
We've been the runner up. We've never won it. We've never won the tournament. We've lost to the Natty twice.
Yeah. Oh crap! Let me see. Is that game on? It's fixing to be, right? 6 o'clock.
Is it?
Yeah, man. I'm gonna put this on. I'm gonna let you get any final words on tomorrow's Final Four with the men's, and ultimately, again, I'll ask you what you think's going to happen with the women's tonight. South Carolina, Louisville, UConn, Stanford. Let's hear your predictions on both the men's and women's championships.
Well, for right now, I think Louisville could pull off an upset tonight.
Absolutely. They're really good.
Yeah. I'd hate to doubt UConn, but I think they're going out again. I think Stanford's taking it. Do you disagree with that?
Not completely, but I don't know. I like UConn tonight. I really do.
I mean, I know they're good, but I just think they always end. It's always like in the Final Four that.
Do they have a BPI? They don't even have like what their percentage is. All they got is that Stanford's a 1.5 point favorite.
Yeah, they don't do that for women's basketball for some reason.
That's stupid.
Yeah, that's just terrible. Charles Barkley.
That's terrible. I mean, no BPI in women's.
Wow.
Yeah, wow, right?
Wow.
Who is that guy? I need to find out who that guy is.
That's Michael Rosenbaum. He has a podcast where he interviews celebrities or people. That's pretty cool, actually.
Michael Rosenbaum.
I don't approve of not having a BPI in women's basketball. And they need to change that, and you better know darn well they will. Because
I am the manager.
You're the manager. Yep.
I am the manager.
Yep. Ballard owns it.
What's up, Cody? How you doing? Cody Hankins, roll tide, man. Good to see you.
Oh boy. I trolled everyone on my channel today.
What'd you do?
I made an April Fool's Day video. I said I was
Crap,
quitting
that is
YouTube.
today, isn't it? Something's on your shirt, by the way.
Yeah, Rolling Stones logo.
Oh, nice.
Hey, I got one for you, Ballard. I'm gonna become an Alabama fan. Nah, I'm kidding.
I know.
Exactly. If I was, then I wouldn't have this avatar.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. But anyway, yeah, I think this will be
I
a
like
good Final Four.
man,
You like what?
Texas. I'm pulling for you this year. I do hope Sarkisian does a lot, and I wish him the best of luck. Nothing but love for them when it comes to week 2. Psych.
Ah,
Psych.
yep.
Horns down, you dumb little. Anyway.
Horns down.
You can ban it in the Big 12, but I don't reside in that community.
You don't ban it in the SEC.
This is freedom of speech.
Yes, sir.
This is I'm sorry to say it like this, Will, but it's basically Texas middle finger. That's what this is here.
It is, yeah.
And there are a bunch of babies about it. And it makes me want to do the horns down more often.
Instead, Lou does the actual middle finger. Which
I'll get you some of this.
I'm not a huge fan of that, though.
Nah.
But yeah, this is gonna
part of who Lou is, though. That makes him unique and funny. I'll at least give him that. Is like his trash talk.
Oh yeah,
he's pretty good at it.
Did you see the video of where Lou and Raj were going after Sleeta?
No, is this recent?
This was on Vic's stream like about a week ago.
Oh crap! Did you upload it? Because I know.
No, but I have a clip. I have a clip of Raj getting mad at Sleeta.
Yeah.
They wish they were you.
I know.
Or they wish they were the double champion or the best Georgia Bulldog video maker and fan on YouTube.
Wait.
You are not
Yeah.
fucking idiot.
How did I miss that?
What?
How did I miss that? Who was this?
This was Vic's stream.
Was this
Actually,
Vic?
no, you were in the chat in that stream though.
Oh, okay.
You were in
Vic's
the
live,
chat.
by the way.
Oh yeah.
I'll end it here. Let's go say hi to VicTube. Are you sub to him?
Oh, hell yeah, I am. If you're not sub to Vic, then what the hell are you guys doing?
Go watch go watch VicTube. Yeah. I love Vic. He's my buddy.
Yeah,
Let's end it here, man. Let's go hang out with Vic. But y'all know what to do. Hit that thumbs up, subscribe. Jesus loves you. I love you guys. Roll Tide. And by the way, good luck to all the Final Four teams tonight and tomorrow. Ballard's out. Woo!
Let's go.
Yeah.